guys, Midwest Picker here. I had to buy a new cell phone, so this looks a little different for me. My old Android, the battery was just dying super fast. I'd be looking at the phone at 61% battery life, and within 5 seconds it would drop to 10%, 2%, and shut off. Don't know what's wrong with it, but now I got this Android G7 Power, and it has a 3-day battery life. I'll believe that when I see it, but who wouldn't love awesome battery life? I think that's the wave of the future, is inventing a battery that will last 3, 5, 7 days and not die so fast. People are constantly having to charge their phones. So anyways, if you can invent the longer lasting battery, you'd be a billionaire overnight. This video is a little bit different. I'm going to give you channel updates, things that are coming. So if you're a subscriber to my channel, I've made a lot of promises. I did a lot of bragging, so I'm going to give you some updates. If you're new to this channel, I'm a part-time reseller, part-time YouTube content creator. I'm a husband, father, RN. I work full-time. I just do this on the side as a hobby, but I do like to make videos that help people new to reselling, not just eBay. So that's what this video is all about. I'm also going to talk about what's sold, and then I have a confession at the end of the video. So for channel updates, if you'll notice right up here, there's a new painting. I'll put a picture up here too. So when the wife and I went to Mesa, Arizona on vacation a few years ago, we loved going to art fairs and looking at Indian jewelry and artwork and everything. And this painting is by Denny, I believe that's his name. I'll put it up here if I butchered his name. He had a lot of artwork for sale, and I bought that painting. I barely got it in my suitcase to get it back to Michigan. But I loved it. It was hanging at work in my office, and I thought, you know what? It's been in the office for 2 years. I'm going to bring it home and enjoy it here. So that's what that is. So that's one update, if you're wondering what this giant painting is. The other one is that I have a new intro coming. So it's kind of a long story. I'll try to make it short. A woman I work with, her husband is an artist, a singer-songwriter. He has a small YouTube channel. And I asked her to ask him, would he be willing to make an intro for me? Really short, 12 to 15 seconds, acoustic guitar of him, and he's going to write an original intro type of song about me in general. And that's going to replace the intro, and I guess it's an outro at the end of the video. So she asked him, he's super excited to do it. He has other projects right now, so it's going to be a few weeks, maybe a month. So looking forward to that. Once it is up and running, I'll put a link to his YouTube channel down in the description below. He has a small channel, just 4 or 5 videos. He's not sure if he wants to grow it or advertise it yet, so we'll see. But I would love for you to look at his channel and support him and check out his music if you're into music, acoustic guitars. I know Bluegrass Picker, he does that kind of on the fly, his intros, and those are awesome. I think he plays the mandolin, I'm not sure, but he plays classic rock, and I'm just so jealous of his intros. Part-time Picker, I think his name is Matt out in California, hope I don't get that wrong. He has like an outro at the end of his videos of a song. I want to be the first one there. I don't know if it's original, I don't know if it's him, I don't know what it is, but between those two I was inspired to improve my intro to something more musical, something more artistic than just the one I have on there from Adobe Editor. So that's coming soon. The other update is I finally bought a new webcam. The first webcam I ever bought was in 1999. It was a Logitech. It worked, but it was super old. That's long gone. So I bought a new one, and if you don't know, they're better than the webcams that are built into laptops and tablet computers. You can get a high-definition Logitech webcam for $20, $30. They're very affordable. I bought one. I tried to install the drivers. What a mess. They literally give you a little piece of paper for the instructions that shows take the webcam out of the box and plug it in your computer. That's it. There's no help. There's no nothing. So anyways, I'm not going to get on a soapbox, but I had to go to Google and YouTube to research this. I finally found the Logitech website, downloaded the drivers. Really not helpful at all, but I got them up and running, and then I tried to get it going and setting. I just had a little black square. It wouldn't show the video, so I had to uninstall them. So anyways, I'm trying to get that going. Once I get that going, hopefully I'll start doing live videos soon, or I'll jump on with other YouTube content creators. Maybe we'll do a double video or triple video, so that's coming soon. Okay, this last part is my Oh no, before I get to the confession, let me tell you what sold. So this is a photo switch. This sold for $25. I believe I had it listed for $35.95. I had 3 of them total, and the way I found these is my secret thrift store, which I'm not going to tell you about, but this is I'll put a picture up here. This is a photo switch, and what drew my eye to it is it was brand new in the package. So if you're new to reselling, you don't have to be an expert in anything. If you see something new in the package, let's say it's a Rubik's Cube from the 1980s, still in the package, or like this photo switch that's still in the package, it could be anything. It could be a pair of pliers, whatever. If it's new in the package, it has much more value than an open boxed item or an item with no box at all. So in my eBay store, I have a used digital camera from, I don't even know, late 90s, early 2000s, and they do sell. People buy them. It has the original box, the original installation CD, the original owner's manual. It's listed as used, but it has all the accessories, the owner's manual, and the box. That greatly increases the value and helps it sell better. If it was just the camera and nothing else, you would probably get half as much money. If it was sealed, and you know it's sealed, it's factory sealed, never been opened, that even doubles the money from an open used one with everything there. So basically, you have the item, with all the accessories, owner's manual, and box, or you have the item sealed in the original packaging. They each have different values. So there's nothing wrong with a digital camera that's just laying on a shelf at a Goodwill. You have to take it home and test it and all that. You're not going to get as much. I was lucky to find one with the original box and all the stuff with it. I took it home and tested it. It works awesome. So it's worth double or triple. Now, anything you find sealed, of course, like I said, is worth much more money. So this photo switch, I bought 3 of them. I paid $1 a piece, and I saw them in a bag on a shelf. There was like Band-Aids and poker chips and these 3 photo switches in bags. It said made in Switzerland. It was sealed. I had no idea what this was. I don't know what a photo switch even is, but for $1 a piece, I figured why not? So I grabbed them, took them home, looked them up, went to the company's website, and brand new from the website, they're like $100. Now that was a couple years ago, so maybe the technology is different now. I don't know. If they were $5 a piece, I would not have bought them because that's $15. So that cost of goods is too high. But for $3, I figured, why not? I'd just buy them anyways. Turned out they're worth a lot of money. So I put them in my eBay store, first class, free shipping, and the global shipping program included. So I've already sold the first 2, and they both went overseas. One went to Asia, one went to Germany. It's been about a year, so this 3rd one took a long time to sell, but some guy in Asia bought it, and he paid up a little bit for it to ship from the global shipping program. But the first 2 sold for $35 a piece. This one sold for $25 a piece. My cost of goods was $3. So just a little lesson there. If you see anything brand new in the package, especially vintage, and you don't know what it is, if you can source it for 50 cents or $1 or 30 cents or whatever, just buy it. It doesn't matter. It could be a memory stick. It could be a PDA, like a Palm Pilot, brand new in the package, scientific calculator, brand new in the package. That is like worth its weight in gold almost, especially if it's older. People just go crazy and they sell very well. So those are my channel updates. That's what sold. I only sold one thing in the last few days, so I wanted to get that out there. A little lesson on sourcing and what to buy. Don't be afraid to get those items if you're not an expert. I talked about that in the last video with glass. You don't have to be an expert to know quality when you see it. So in this case, if it's brand new in the package, just buy it. Same thing goes with caps. Like there's a cap right here. If you see a snapback hat that is from the 90s or the 80s and it still has the tags and it's still considered new, it doesn't matter if you're not familiar with Chicago Cubs, or you're not familiar with John Deere, or you're not familiar with Chevy. You don't have to be. It's an old hat with the tags, and you can get it for $0.25. Grab it, because it's going to be worth at least $10 or more. So it's worth your time just to grab stuff, even if you don't know what it is or what it's worth. So here's my confession. I've been going on Facebook reseller groups and eBay groups and YouTube video comments I should have known better, but I've been bragging that I sell glass and I do very well, and I source things for 50 cents and sell them for $50. And that's all true. And then people would comment, well, I'm afraid to do that. I don't know what's valuable, and I'm afraid to ship it. I'm afraid it's going to break. And then I keep promising I'm going to make a video on how to package glass properly so it doesn't break. A lot of people are asking for that, and I keep promising that, and then I keep bragging that nothing's ever broke. For 18 years, I've had a 100% success rate. Well, of course, you know, Murphy's Law, you should never brag like that because I had a broken item. I know, I can hear you laughing right now, but that's okay. I don't mind. I laugh at myself too. So I'll put a picture up here of what it originally looked like. This was a Villery and Bach. I think it's called a teapot warmer or something like that. It's porcelain or ceramic. Really cool. You put a candle in it and then you heat up something on top of it. I don't know what these were. They were like $35 or $39 each. I put them on sale 20% off. And then this very nice lady, I think she's from New York City. I sell a lot of this to New York City. She said, if I buy two, can I get them for 20 bucks a piece? And we messaged each other back and forth. And I think this was the case where I sent her a new invoice. So she offered me 20 bucks each, so $40 for two. So I took it. My cost of goods was 50 cents a piece, so it cost me $1 and I turned it into $40, and she paid shipping on top. She paid $10. I just charged her a flat rate priority mail. And I'm thinking in my mind, this is either going to go in a priority mail region B or priority mail medium flat rate box. I don't know which one it's going to fit in. I'm just going to charge her 10 bucks because I'm making a really good profit. So she bought them and I shipped them out. And I'll put a picture of here of what happened. She messaged me and said, one of them is fine, but one of them is broken. Can I get a partial refund? And I felt about this big. I felt so terrible. They're beautiful items. I'm not going to make excuses. It is extremely cold in Michigan. So this package could have been sitting in a post office warehouse or a semi-truck, freezing cold, and then goes indoors and it's warm, and then it goes back into a truck and then it's cold. All the way to New York City. Temperature changes, mishandling, I don't know. That's possibly why it broke. My hunch is the reason it broke is I used a box that was too small. So when I went to package this, I had my Region A box and I had my medium box. I probably looked at the prices. I charged her $9.99. One of them was probably $9.29 and one was $12.49 or $13. And I probably thought, you know what? I think I can fit it in the smaller box and not lose money, instead of doing the right thing and using the slightly bigger box. Though the postage was a little higher, I'd have to eat about $3. I probably went with the smaller one. I can't remember. I did package it really well. Tons of bubble wrap, like void fill around it. And then I did the shake test and then nothing moved. It was in there tight. I think I should have went with a bigger box and used more void fill to protect it. You can also do a box in a box, which I keep promising this and I know that, but you can put an item like a glass item in a plain brown box and then put that in the priority box and then void fill it and bubble wrap it so it's a box in a box, so it's double protected. I probably should have done that and I didn't, and it broke. So lucky for me, she was very nice about it. Now if this happens to you, there's a couple outcomes that could have happened. She could have demanded a replacement. Now, if she would have done that, I would have been in big trouble because I only had these two. If she would have demanded a replacement, I'm not sure what I would have done. There are websites outside of eBay that sells these things, but they're very expensive. I would have had to probably beg her and say, you know, there's nothing I can do or whatever. She could have got nasty about it. All she wanted was a partial refund. So I was very thankful. I apologized to her profusely. I refunded her $20 for the broken one, and then I refunded her $5 for half the shipping. So she spent $49.99. I refunded her 25 bucks. So she was happy. I was thrilled, embarrassed, and disappointed that this happened because I thought I packaged it right. But many different ways to handle that. She could have gotten angry. She didn't give me negative feedback. She could have. She didn't demand a replacement, which she could have, and that would be difficult because some people that purchase on eBay, they don't realize they're buying from another person. Some people think that it's a business, And I see questions all the time, not just Facebook, but other websites. You know, what does eBay sell, and why does eBay charge so much shipping? And they don't realize that this is person-to-person transaction 99.9% of the time. Now, there are businesses that sell on eBay too, but most of the time it's person-to-person, I would guess. I don't want to say percentages, but the quantity was 2 and she bought 2. Maybe she knew there wasn't a chance for a replacement. I don't know. So that's it for this video, guys. I just wanted to confess that I really screwed up. It's embarrassing. It happens. As long as it doesn't happen frequently, don't worry about it. You'll still make a profit. You'll still do well. Just handle it with grace and apologize. Sometimes people would refund the entire purchase. Just give her the whole $49.99 back and tell her to keep the good one. You can handle the situation any way you want. Every situation is different. Every buyer is different. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, I encourage you to subscribe so you'll get notified when new videos come out. I love to answer questions, so put your questions down below in the comments. My email is down below. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see what sells like within the hour, if you don't want to wait a whole week for a what sold on eBay video. That's it, guys. Confession time. I hope you like this painting up here. That's pretty cool. Maybe I'll put the picture up again. But the office is coming together. I still got room over there on the wall to put some work, so I feel like I'm staring at the wrong part of the camera. This is a new phone. I hope I'm doing it right. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching.